Hello everyone, Standard 10 History, Lesson number 4 History of Indian Arts. Page number 29. In India, in the post independence period, various festivals of music and dance are organized with a view to make them accessible to common people. Many people attend these festivals, including Indians and foreigners alike. The Sabai Gandharva festival of Pune is a famous one. So, let us see that in the post independence period, different festivals of music and dance have been organized, and the intention behind is to make them accessible, means available for the common people. And these festivals are attended not only by Indians but also by the foreigners. Savai Gandharva festival of Pune is one of the examples. Lately, we can see an inclination toward experimenting and creating fusion of various music styles. Okay, so we can see the mixture of different arts, okay, art forms we can call. And one of the example is a fusion created by Pandit Uday Shankar, and this fusion is created of Indian classical dance and European opera. Fusion means mixture, okay, mixing two different styles of art. That is, this is called, or that is called a fusion. Okay. He also included various forms of folk dance in this style. Thus, the scope of the presentation of Indian performing arts seems to be constantly expanding. The same phenomena is apparent in the field of Indian visual arts. So, in this way, different art forms have been fusioned, means have been mixed with each other, and it expands the boundaries of a particular art. Okay, it creates or it gives birth to a new art, that is called a new fusion or new art form. Art, applied art, and professional opportunities. Art history is an independent branch of knowledge. Various opportunities of research are available in this field. Art historians can work in the field of journalism. Okay, so journalism is one of the field of opportunity for the historians. Art market is an independent field, and the experts in different arts, okay, they can assess or finalize the value of an art object. So this is another opportunity for them. Heritage management and cultural tourism are recently developed fields. In these fields, students of art can find many professional opportunities. Museums and archives management, library science and information technology, archaeological research, then Indology. These are some of the fields in which these students can get opportunities. Applied art. The visual and performing arts are primarily looked upon as the means of entertainment for people. The artist performs primarily with this purpose. However, there is a scope to combine an artistic creation with utility value to make it economically viable. Thus, an artistic creation with a utilitarian purpose is called applied art. So, we just see art as a means of entertainment, but it is a means of earning also. Okay, now in what way? Let us see. Number one, industry and advertisement, interior design and production of ornamental object, art design to stage backdrops, means nepathya, art direction for films and television, creating attractive layouts of books, magazine, calligraphy. Calligraphy means fonts, different lettering fonts. Production of greeting cards, invitation cards, customized stationery, gift objects, etc. are the fields of applied arts. So in all these fields, okay, for example, production of greetings or calligraphy, magazines, layout of books, okay, the students of arts can get opportunities to earn their living or to make money. Number two, the field of architecture, photography are also part of applied arts. Nowadays, still and animated graphics created with the help of computers are used for various purposes. This is also applied art. Ornaments, artistic creations of metals, earthen pots with colorful designs, objects made from cane and bamboo, beautiful glass objects, attractive textiles and clothing, etc. all can be listed under applied arts. So again, these fields are also apart from the fields we discussed before. Okay, the field of architecture, photography, okay, then animation is there. Okay, ornaments, artistic creations of metals, earthen pots, colorful designs, objects made from cane and bamboo, beautiful glass objects, attractive textiles. Textiles means clothes. Uh, Textile means cloth, and clothing means stitched clothes. All these are the parts of that. They come under applied arts. Okay, every field mentioned above requires a detailed planning and meticulous management at every stage of production. It is essential to employ trained and skilled individuals at every stage. Some of the production processes of artistic objects have a history of creation, certain traditions. The development of each productive process has its own history. Hence, the syllabi of training courses of art design include the history of various industrial and cultural traditions. There are a few institutions in India which offer technical and occupational training in the above mentioned fields. Among them, National Institute of Design in Ahmedabad, Gujarat is a world-renowned institute. This institute has introduced an online course since 2015. In the next lesson, we will learn about mass media and history. So, when we use different arts, okay, to earn our living, okay, or we consider their economic value, so it becomes important to study their history also. In what way those arts came into existence, and in what way from time to time they have been developing. Okay, so this is also something very important. Okay, so in this way we discussed about history of Indian arts in this lesson, and in the next lesson we are going to discuss mass media and history. Okay, or history of the mass media. Thank you very much.